I believe that the right question is, what is the best camera for me at the moment?
I think that's what the beginners are always looking forward
For
to
the
get.
blur that-
Yeah, the blur
But
background.
when I started, I didn't even know that it was the lens that causes blur in the
That is the
background.
thing.
Honestly,
If you want the best advice if you are stepping into photography and you have no idea or little idea about what camera to purchase first or how to purchase your gear in a sequence, this is the best video for you. Trust me. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't, and turn on the post notification button because we have fun videos over here about photography and filmmaking. So if you're interested in that, do well to subscribe and join the family. So back to the video. I went over a little bit away from Accra for a photo walk in Abri where a lot of photographers came through. And this is what I always want photographers to be doing. Networking, joining hands, and not thinking about photography as a chore or as something that we can fight over or we should fight over for clients and whatever, but it's something that we can do together as a community and support each other in the process. So we did that, and I took that opportunity as well to talk to some photographers who have been doing this trade for a very long time, and I was fortunate enough to have met this wonderful photographer that you're gonna see in no time. Probably you've seen it because of how I edited this video, okay? So the beginning probably saw some highlights. But this photographer that I admire so much helped me out with my very first camera, my Canon EOS 6D, which I still use up till today. And I've shown my delight in its usage, and since up till today, I'm still using the same camera body for photography. If you want to check out why I still have it and how much I love this camera and some reasons why, I think you should also consider getting yourself a Canon EOS 6D if you are thinking about upgrading from what this video is going to talk about, then do well to check that video right over here. I'm going to also link it down in the description below. So do yourself some service and watch that video. But until then, please finish watching this video. And if you're a beginner, for the most part, this video is going to help you a whole lot in your purchasing decisions when you want to start photography. Today we're going to talk about something that really bothers a lot of creatives, especially when beginners confront, should I say, professional photographers already on the job. When they confront them, they ask this particular question, and it's always in that same line. And I have here with me a wonderful photographer who actually took me through a lot of things remotely as well as physically, and he's still been a very, very big inspiration to me. So I'm going to have him talk about this particular subject where a lot of youngsters or beginner photographers have a problem that they have about gear acquisition, how they ask and how they even think about what they should get next and what is the right procedure. We're going to have Pakwesi talk about that so that he can inform us much more. So you're welcome, and I'm very happy to have you here on my channel.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, you normally get confronted by beginner photographers asking you questions about gear.
Yeah.
What are mostly the stream of questioning?
What is the best gear to buy? What camera are you using now? Is that the best thing to use? Like, why are you using this lens? Why not any other camera? Like, they want to use what you are using. But I don't think that is the right question. I believe that the right question is, what is the best camera for me at the moment?
Yes.
Because I believe every camera is great, depending on who is using it or who is building it. I could use an M50 and it will come off as an R5.
True.
Somebody could use an R5 and it will look like a T3i.
Crappy camera or
Yes.
low-end camera.
Low-end camera. So it's normal. Like, you can. It's not always about camera that makes you produce great work. You have to visualize what you are going to create.
Yeah.
So if you are not able to visualize what you are going to create, then you still like produce crap work.
Yeah. True.
It doesn't matter what the camera is. If you have the best pro photo lights, the best whatever, you still produce
600 BM, whatever.
It's not. I'm talking about pro photo right now. We've jumped from Godox to pro photo, so
Yeah.
it won't matter.
It won't matter
what you have.
how high end the lighting is.
Yes. So
True.
at the end of the day, you might still produce baller to say.
Yeah.
Yes, but
So what matters is the person behind
the camera.
How much are you informed?
How you are informed, how conversant you are with your camera.
Yeah.
You should know your camera inside out. That even if you are sleeping, and they ask you, we are shooting in a church with this type of look. This is how much light's inside. What are your settings? Then you should know.
You should be able to
at
determine
the top
it.
of your head, like quickly.
And when we dial them into a camera, you're going to be able to
get
have a very good exposure.
Yeah. So that's it. So it comes with shooting more, practicing more.
Yeah.
And when you do all these things together, it would help you in how you think or how you create content or how whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sure.
I believe that is it. So basically, for beginners, what I normally recommend for them
Yes.
now is maybe a 90D.
Okay.
A 90D because it's a flip screen one.
Yeah.
It has the auto facial focus
Yeah.
and all those things. So and
It doesn't have a lot of buttons to bombard yourself with.
Yes.
I mean, the very basic ones
things you
to
need
start out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's cool on your pocket.
True.
That's
Very affordable.
basically the fastest way to buy something or to invest because you are now starting off.
Yeah.
That is not your profession.
Yeah.
When it becomes your profession, then you decide to do what? Move on to high-end cameras.
Yes.
Because that one, you know, you are making money from what you are doing.
Yeah.
So if you are using a camera worth $5,000, how much are you making from it?
True.
Like that should be what you should think about. It's not about you using $5,000 and you're keeping. It's not a leisure camera. If you want to buy a leisure camera, you can buy a toy camera and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But that's somebody's professional high-end camera. That's what the person is paid from.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I feel like you should use something that will make you money back
Yes.
when you become a professional.
Yes.
Or when you take that as your full-time work.
Job. Yeah.
Yes, but when you are not full-time, I don't believe you should invest so much into camera. When you have a 90D, a simple 50mm STM,
You're
you are
good to
good to
go.
go.
You can blur the background as much as you want because that's what the beginners are always looking forward
For
to
the
get.
blur the-
Yeah, the blur
But
background.
when I started, I didn't even know that it was the lens that causes blur in the
That is the
background.
thing.
Honestly, when I started, the first day I was on set with Asifwa, like he basically taught me photography,
Okay.
Vine imagery. Shout outs to Vine imagery.
Shout out to you.
Yes, he basically taught me what I knew. So the first time I was on set with him, I didn't even know it was like the whole camera lens thing that is giving you the blur. I thought it was something you do in the settings.
In the settings.
Yo, my first day
Something
on work
really, really
wasn't
technical.
like I thought it was really technical, only to find out that it wasn't that deep. It
You
was
only have
just
to do with the
having-
lens.
Yeah, the lens you
And
were
the
having.
setting you put in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that
And how
shows
far
about that.
your subject is from the background.
True.
So basically that was it for them, and I got to know, and
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And you know something, beginner photographers, after they've purchased their first camera, they want to jump into lighting, they want to buy flashes, it's like they will ask you, what flash do you think I should get for the first time? And after they've bought it, they will be asking you questions about how to operate it. When you were thinking about buying a light, why didn't you as well get yourself informed about it first of all? Because I may be limited about what I may tell you about the flash.
Exactly.
Because I'm also human.
We have YouTube.
Yes,
We learn
YouTube is
enough.
there.
Before I buy even a camera, I try and watch a lot about the camera.
Exactly.
I try and find out which people are using that same camera.
True.
How is it working for them? Am I liking the pictures they are shooting? Are they getting it
Right?
right?
Yeah.
Am I getting, like, so if I buy it, am I sure I'm going to make the same,
The same
thing?
looks. Yeah.
Yes.
Am I going to get the
So
same
if not, then I don't buy it.
True.
Because it's better to, when I was trying to get my Fujifilm, I spoke to Ben Bond. I spoke to, who? There's Ben Bond. I spoke to Apag.
They have been using it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Mauli Ajabeng.
Yeah.
Because I knew
Yeah.
that they use Fujifilm
Fujifilm.
for a long time. So I actually spoke to them, picked their mind on it before getting myself a Fujifilm.
True.
I didn't get myself a Fujifilm because I thought it was in the spur of the moment and everybody was moving to Fujifilm.
Yeah.
And they said they produce great
Good
images.
images.
No. It was because I wanted a change and I wanted something different.
Yeah.
But before getting something different, I wanted to be sure that
It was the
what-
right decision to
yes,
make.
to make.
Yeah.
So I followed people on Instagram. Like, there's this guy from Tanzania called Osegri Nari. Like, I followed him.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I followed him because he was shooting with the XT2 at that time.
Yeah.
So I actually followed him and looking at what he was creating with the XT2, man, I was blown away.
mind-blowing.
So, like, it helped me get my next camera.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
and it's been a great journey. So
Yeah.
far, I've basically used every camera. Right? I don't know which camera you give me that I
You can't
use,
operate. Yeah.
because I've been exploring. If my friend has a camera that I don't have,
You try
I
it
try
out.
and explore with the camera before I get one for myself.
Exactly.
So I try and play around, then that's it. If you have the opportunity to play around with somebody's camera, play around with it before you actually spend your own high money,
To go get it.
go get a
Before you
camera.
get disappointed, you know.
because maybe you get it and that's not what you want.
You actually want.
Because
yeah.
my first camera, I wanted a 60D. But when we went to where we were going to get the 60D from, the guy said he had only T3i. So when I got my T3i, I was highly disappointed in T3i.
Yeah, I understand.
So disappointed that it didn't allow me to create what I was supposed to create.
Yeah.
So it took me time to love the T3i. And funny enough, when I started loving the camera, I moved on to another camera.
You see?
So that's how funny it is.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells me that the West camera can produce the best images, I'll tell you that's a lie.
True.
Once you are holding what you have and you know what it is,
You know the limitations, you know how to maximize it.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
There's some cameras that work very well with flashes.
Yes.
Once you're in studio, you're fine. And there are some cameras that work very great for you once you're outside.
Outside. Yeah.
So depends on what you want to do. You should know all these things. What are you interested in? Is it landscape?
Yeah.
Is it people photography? Is it
Beauty.
animals?
I mean,
Is it
animals, food.
Food.
Yeah.
So based off all these things, you know what to get for yourself.
Exactly.
So if you don't know what to get for yourself, then
Yeah.
that's
You're
it.
in
I
the
think
wrong- yeah.
we've spoken enough as to how they should think and how they should get a new
That's
camera.
very true.
So
Very true.
thank you.
Yeah, we are very, very much grateful. And guys, you have it. I mean, whenever you are trying to jump into whatever gear that you want to purchase the next, you need to get yourself well informed. Research for yourself. After even, or maybe before you ask people, do your own research, watch YouTube, and you get much more information about it than just asking people. You get me? So yeah, thank you very much once more.
Thank you.
And we are
Thank you,
honored to have
Toby,
you
for
here.
having me.
All right.